Hey, how's it going, everybody? Um, Today we're going to talk about a topic that some people are not too familiar with, but a lot of people are. It's called patching. So, as you see, we got our beautiful animation here. As we go through it, depending on what layer we are, it'll highlight it. But if you just had a regular program, it kind of looks something like this. And you see, it's awesome, right? But there's some parts that are not where they should be, all the stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let me show you how to fix this. Let me show you how to fix this. This is if you were in any other program, right? You just got layers, you got folders, whatever, however you organize it. Um, this is the way to do it. So, first thing we're gonna see here, I'm gonna turn this on just to kind of give you a little bit more of a breakdown, so to say. We're gonna be copying frames, right? So, that being said, we need this arm here, right? So let's go to their arm, select it. We need this arm here to be in front of everything else, right? So we need to bring it to the top. So how we can do that is check it out. Let's say you're in any other animation program. You have a cutter tool. What we could do with this cutter tool is we can cut this whole portion of the arm, but we're not going to cut it away. We're going to copy it. We're going to create a mask, so to say. So let's go ahead, make our mask. Boom, just like that. A little too much. I want to stay away from this arm just so it stays a little cleaner. It's not going to do anything super crazy, but we're going to copy that, right? So what you're technically going to do is you're going to create a layer on top of every other layer. So we're going to work on bringing the stuff in the back forward first, and then we'll work on putting the stuff in the back. Now, depending on what kind of program you have, your options are different to create the layers. I think Toon Boom has the option to create a separate art layer, so to say, just off of highlighting like this. Now, when we highlight like this, we also want to take all the other layers with us, not just that one piece, right? So let's go ahead, select again, Control C. We'll go here, create another layer. I forget how to do that. Paste cells in the timeline, no. I think there's a way to do this to create the layer. Watch. Create timing, duplicate. Okay. We can't do that right now. I'll figure it out later. I'll create it into another message, but we got this copied. That's the point, right? All right, so now we're going to create another layer. Control R. I'm going to put this as arm mask, right? Arm mask. We'll do, I guess we'll call it we'll do left arm mask. Not to create anything. We'll pretend they're all bitmaps too. Don't worry about it. We're adding that mask. Left arm mask should be on top of everything. Everything. Should be the very most top mask. Now, in Toon Boom, you can drag it however you need to or whatever. All right. But I'm going to use this just to kind of make it a little easier to understand. So, go in here. Left arm, sig arm. So maybe I should have done like sig arm mask or something, right? This is way down here. We're going to move this over here in front of everything, right? It's the very front. So that's going to be here. Okay? So, we got that arm mask here. We're going to paste our guy here. And it's going to bring that in front of everything. So when you turn this off, now it looks like his arm's in front of everything. We're going to create this mask. We're going to copy every drawing from that original arm to bring it over as much as we need. So this one, these two right here, we're also going to have to copy, right? So this, this, and this. So that's 3 more drawings. So we're going to go ahead, get our cut tool, right? We're going to ease copy this, copy, go to our arm mask up here, paste, right? Go this one down here. Make sure we did that right. Is that the right one? Yeah, that is the right one. We're just on the wrong piece. So I'm going to copy as he opens his arm right there. So right there, this is the arm we're going to copy. Again, we're just going to pull this arm from the back, copy. Actually, I'm not getting all of it. See how I missed the thumb there? Go back, Control C, come up here, Control P, boom. Our guy is in front now. We're going to get our last arm, or I guess it wouldn't be our last arm, it would be our ease frame. See how it kind of drops a little bit and then up? So our ease frame, I'm going to copy it now. And get everything. I want to make sure I get everything. Control C. And we're dropping it here. Oh, it did not Control C, the last Control C I wanted to. So make sure I'm doing this right. Grab it again. This guy. Control C. Make sure I get that Control C real good, you know. Place it here. Then we're going to get our ease frame to ease back onto that piece. Grab it. Boom. Copy. Control C. Control V. And boom. Now we have our hand in front of where everything needs to be, right? And we're probably going to have to copy these over here until he's out of the way of his thing. So from here, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Actually, that one's flowed through. So the moment that moves, I'm going to copy that again. But I'm going to go back to that other layer. We copy the initial one, right? I'm going to grab that mask, copy it. Yes, we're going to save. Remove this to make it easier. Wait, we could probably do this. Let me move this. Let me get this. I'm going to move it temporarily. Temporarily move it. Maybe here. There we go. Make us easier to see what we're doing, right? That way we can just kind of hop around. You don't have to shenanigan for a little bit. Drop this guy. There we go. Okay, so we're going to Control C. Come up here to our top. Control V. Boom. He's going to ease one more time. You see that right there? I believe it's this guy right here. Cut that bad boy out, copy, paste. Now, there's a special way to do this if you're going to use these nodes, but today we're not going to use these nodes, so we'll kind of hide them. Like I said, I'm pretending this is another program, like any other art program that has this cell animation. And like I said, this is probably the best way I know how to do this. Then everything else should fall back into place. So now his arm is where it should be, right? Now we got to do the same with the other arm, because the other arm is not really showing the lighter or any of that cool stuff. Yep. We got a bunch of stuff in the way of the lighter. So starting from when he gets in the way here, from here we're going to make another mask. So that being said, we're up here. Control R. I'm going to go lighter mask. All right. We're going to add and close. Boom. We got lighter mask in front of that, but we're going to drop it down below because it's in between this first arm and our head. So now that he's below, we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to grab those parts we need. There we go. Grab those parts we need and carry on with our business. So that being said, I want to grab it right when it starts to get in the way. Yeah, that sounds about right. Grab a little bit more just to be safe. Copy. Go up here, paste, down here. Go to the next one over. Circle. Oops. Copy. Come up here, paste. We'll do this so we can actually see it. Help us keep an eye on like where we are, right? Cigar arm. Right, and then it covers. So trip out on this. We have a lift and then the light. Now from here, we're just going to keep copying and pasting and all that good stuff as we need, right? On the wrong layer. And we're going to paste another layer here. We're not going to make a new drawing. It's just going to repeat this other layer that I did. So we'll go ahead and grab that first piece over here where he flicks it down. Just like that. So to see what I'm doing over here, kind of got to go here. Boom, just like that. So we're going to copy these two here. Paste them again right here. Those are actually new drawings. Huh. Forgot what I did there. Okay, so we're going to copy these new drawings, so on. We're going to place them in the proper place, right? I do want to show you something else, but I have some things to do. So I'll probably be on a little later to show you some cool things. Make sure to follow me on Twitch so you can check those things out. The other thing I'd like to note is to make sure just to keep your mask where it needs to be, because after this point here, we don't need the mask anymore. You see that? So we got our mask up. He's flinting his cigar. I'm going to grab this guy here. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Right? I'm just going to keep it easy right now. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. None of this is hard. None of this will ever be hard. Oops, right there. Boom. So we got our cigar. It's lighting. Now the other thing we got to do is see this here, where the thumb is kind of in the way of where things don't line up, right? So just for this one frame, we got to create yet another mask in between just for this thumb over here, right? See how his thumb's kind of behind? It needs to be in front. So I'm going to call this the in-between frame. Or we can call it something else. We'll call it something else. We'll throw a new drawing in there. We'll call it thumb mask. This makes things a little bit more easier. Honestly, in reality, it probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's bugging my OCD, so let's take care of it. This thumb mask is going to be slightly over this guy, and it's going to just take this one frame up. But since we can patch it, let's go ahead and patch it. So we got this guy here, right? Collected the thumb part that needs to be over. Copy. We're going to go up here to where our thumb mask is. Oh, I control deleted it. I'm silly. Maybe it's in my nodes. Let me make sure. Arm mask. Yep, got the other one here. Drag this guy here. Our thumb mask went way down there. It's going to supersede that one. Trying to keep these a little bit more organized for you. There we go. Keep our masking separate, right? So, we got our thumb mask here. Paste this to our thumb mask. Now we have some depth. So when we look at it now, oops, boop. No, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, now that we look at it, we have some depth in here now. See that? And things are where they're supposed to be now. See that? Thumb's where it's supposed to be. I got to put the flame flint there. And then we're good. So, that being said, now that we got our masks all figured out and where they should be, right? We're going to do the same with the cigar. And then once we get the cigar in there, I think that's pretty much going to be it. See, because this cigar is probably going to fall in the same place, just one layer up over this thumb mask. Once it's all done and good to go, you'll be set. So that being said, let me actually go over here. So I didn't realize I copied all this. I'm going to go ahead and delete those parts. That's what we're going to do and clean up. Anything we don't need, we are going to get rid of. But that being said, get our thumb in the way. Our hands are now in front of the head without superseding anything else, right? And that's what we needed. That's what we needed. We needed that. And now, with our thumb there, our cigar is going to be between the thumb, but over this. So it's probably going to be in between, right? Now, like I said, just going to add another mask. Insert, drawing, Boom. Dunions. Got a cigar in there now. Now when we go to our head, their mouth and cigar tab, right? We're just going to cut out this cigar. We don't need to have everything else, but that one cigar, that's all we need. So, get our cutter tool. Sorry, I'm going to put some stuff aside just so that I can teach you this real quick, because it's not going to take very long. It's not going to take very long. We just, like I said, we're going to make that as tight as you can, right? I could realistically make this super, super easy for me. I do remember this being on that one level. See that? So I could probably just grab this much of the cigar, or maybe just like this much of the cigar for every scene. Just copy it. Now I'm going to paste the cigar up in the cigar place, right? Because he's above the other hand. Or actually, hold on. The cigar is going to be back here, because he's behind this hand. But he's above the other light hand. No, I'm forgetting. That's going to be back here. The cigar is going to probably move around a lot. So, from here, the cigar needs to be in front. So we might have to do another layer just to put the cigar mask up in front of everything else. Well, not exactly. Here, let's try this. Let's start from that one scene, because the cigar has to supersede the other hand, you know? So, see, now he's grabbing that cigar. You see that? And that's about right. That's about right. His thumb's in front of the cigar. But now we're going to have to create a mask to create this portion of the thumb over that. You see that? And then he flips over. So, that being said, let's go ahead and grab our thumb parts and go from here. Grab that portion of the thumb, copy. We're probably going to place it up here, in this portion of the thumb. We are just grabbing that layer. We do need the whole thing. So, here again, grabbing everything here, copy, up in front, the very front. This thumb's going to be in front of that place now. You see that? Yeah, that's about where it should be. That looks a little bit more natural now. And the cigar is just going to stay in place. I don't think it's going to supersede that. Yeah. So I'm going to extend the exposure to the cigar over here. Extend. Exposure's over here. That's what happens when I move everything around. There we go. Turn this off. And it's going to look a lot more natural. So check this out. Now we got this going. Try to shorten this, which I can't, but there you go. So now when we play it, it'll look more natural. So check this out. That's with all the little masks on. That's what masks are going to help us do. Now we're going to do a really cool thing when I make the flame, because the flame is going to be in between the cigar over here, and it's going to be between this hand. So when that flint and smoke and all that good stuff is ready to animate, we will be back for another one. So thank you for my little mini lesson on patches. I hope you take this into consideration and maybe you learn something new. Again, check out my website on ludeconcepts.com. I got a ton of really cool stuff coming up. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and all those other handles. You know, that way you can stay in touch. Anyways, thank you for being here. Until next